everyone, I am CA Vibhuti Narang. Welcome to our channel Voxcov Academy. In today's video, I'll be discussing upon how to file the TDS Challan 281 on the newly introduced income tax portal. So in today's video, I'll be broadly discussing about three topics. The first, how to file this challan on new income tax portal. Second, how to download the challan status inquiry file from this portal. And the third is how to check the challan status on the TDS CPC portal. So these three topics are broadly based on the new income tax portal which is being introduced by the government authority. So let's get started. First of all, we'll understand how to file the TDS challan. So what you have to do is you have to go to incometax.gov.in portal. On going on this portal, on the right hand side, you have an option to log in. You log in using the TAN credentials. You enter your TAN number along with the password and click on continue. After continue, on the left hand side you have an option to e-file. Below that option, after clicking on e-filing, you have an option to e-pay tax. On selecting e-pay tax, on the right hand side you have an option to click on new payment because we are about to pay to a new challan. After clicking on new payment, you have to select your relevant assessment year. Please mind carefully that this is assessment year and not your financial year. So when you are selecting an assessment year which is 1 year ahead of your normal financial year, so if for financial year 23-24 you are filing any TDS challan, so your assessment year will be 24-25. After clicking that, you have to click on the option to proceed under this section of Pay TDS where you have your relevant sections of 192, 193, 194 which are your normal TDS sections for challan payment. After clicking on proceed, you have to select your relevant section for payment. That is under which section, whether it is 194C, 194H, 194J, 194I. Based on that relevant section, you have to just click on that relevant section of payment. After that, it will ask about whether the major head is a company deductee or other than company. So if it is a company deductee, you will be selecting company deductee, and it is other than a company deductee, then you have to select the other than company deductee option. Below that, you have 6 options in which you have to file the tax breakup. You have to fill the tax breakup of whether it is a tax, surcharge, cess, interest, penalty or any other late fees under section 234E. When you have entered the relevant amounts, you have to click on continue. After clicking on continue, you have to select the relevant payment mode. So government gives you around 5 payment mode, whether it can be a net banking, debit card option. You have to pay the challan at the bank counter. You have to go for RTGS or NEFT, or you are selecting any payment gateway. After selecting these, you click on continue and you will be carried forward to the normal banking pages where you will do your respective payment to that challan. So this is all was about how to file this challan. After completing this, we'll understand how we can download the challan status inquiry file from again this new portal. For this, you have to go to incometax.gov.in as per the last steps we concluded earlier. After clicking on going to this website, on the right hand side, you'll click on login. Again, you'll be login using your TAN credentials. You will go to e-file tax and then e-pay tax. Earlier we selected new payment, but below that we had a challan status inquiry file status where you will click and you will be turned to a page where you will give your relevant details for the period from which you want to check the CSI files. So it will be from 1st May 2023, it's just for an example I have taken, to whichever period you want the CSI file to be downloaded. So based upon your relevant period, you will just give your challan periods over here, and on the right hand side the CSI file can be downloaded. After doing this, your CSI file is downloaded. Now what we will understand is what happens after the payment of challan. So after the payment of challan, which a challan is issued by the bank, It contains mandatory three details. These three details are actually important for your actual return filing. One is your BSR code, which is the basic statistical return code. It also tells about the branch serial number for the branch through which you have filed this challan. It is basically of 7 digits, and this is always unique for every branch in the country. The next option which you get is your challan number. Challan number is your 5-digit unique number. Every challan has a unique 5-digit number and it is mandatory to be there on the challan. And the last one is the date. The date is the actual date on which the challan was being generated. So for example, a sample challan format I have given. So on the right hand side, you have a BSR code, the challan date, which is 9 March 2020, and a 5 digits challan number. Here also you can see there is a 7-digit BSR code, a 5-digit challan number, and your date of challan. Now we will know how to check the challan status, whether my challan has been utilized or it is still unutilized. So if you want to check the status of your challan, now you don't have to go to the normal income tax portal. The government has another website for doing this functionality, which is TDS Central Processing Center, TDS CPC. On going to this URL, you will be clicking on to login over here. After clicking on login, every TAN user has a TDS CPC uh, deductor login details. After clicking on this deductor details, you will be going to statement and payments. Then below that you have a challan status. On this challan status, you can go for SIN or book identification number based search. So we have gone for SIN status. After that, you will be selecting your period of payment as we did for CSI file also. Then we will be giving your option of from which date to which date we want to check the challan status. On the right hand side, we have given status as all. But if you want to check some specific status, whether it is claimed or unclaimed, then you can select accordingly and then click on go. After clicking on go, you will be getting the actual your challan serial number and the actual status against that challan. Also, if any challan is claimed, then also your number will be reflected as claimed or unclaimed. So that was all for today's video. If you want to learn practical TDS filing from me, or you want to go for my basic or advanced courses, you can visit my website www.voxcov.com. I am running classes offline as well as online. Offline classes are running at Pune. So if you want to come and join, you can join accordingly. Thank you very much.